spring countdown box. Let us see what we got in here today. Whoa, fun. We have some tags. So we can do multiple things with these tags. We may just make 1 or 2 tags. I'm thinking we'll make a couple of tags for an Easter basket. Take a look at these fun colors. Maybe a gift card holder. It's going to be a variety. I'm just kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 tags. That could be 12, could be 8. I'm not exactly sure. But there's a variety of colors in here. And I will go grab some things, and we'll make a couple quick and fast cards. Okay, I have pulled some things together. I have grabbed the washi tape from the other day. I used the same Hoppy Spring paper pad, and I'm going to use 2 of these, and we're going to make kind of like a little gift tag holder, or money holder. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take one of these in my scoreboard here, and we're going to score it at, I'm trying to remember exactly how I want to do this. I'm going to score it at 2.5 inches. I saw Unity Stamp Company do this years ago, and I've made a few of these. It's been a while, but I'm kind of just taking that idea and going with it. And we're going to just fold that over. And we're going to blend that down like that. Okay? And then we're going to take this. Let's kind of get that straight. It's been a little while since I've actually done this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. I'm going to put my magnets here to hold this in place. And I'm going to take this washi tape, and the one thing I think is kind of important is to try to get it straight across the top, at least for the top part. And then we're just going to take this piece and we're going to butt it up right on the edge there. And we're going to seal it down. Okay. So I just want to make sure that because it's washi tape, we just want to make sure they're nice and sealed together like that. Okay. Use your you get some wrinkles. It's okay. Because you can have some mixed media. You can cover that up. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to use our scissors to snip off the bottom. We're going to open the tag back up for a minute. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Put it right up against the edge. And we're going to go down. Now you could totally go all the way around the edge. You could go you could go up and make the whole thing over the edge. I'm going to just do the top and bottom. I'm not going to go over the edge. Like fold it over. And then we're just going to make sure it's nice and attached. And we're going to gently fold it. Gently fold it. Just like that. Now I have just a little bit, it looks like, over the top. Just a little bit. Okay, so we've got that. Then I have this leftover piece from yesterday's project that we're going to use to decorate the front of our tag. Now this is where you have your options. I'm also going to I'm going to do one more score line. I'm going to change this up just a hair. But we're going to score it on this side at about 3 7/8. Which we'll just do it like right. No, they'll do 3 3 3/4. Okay. And then we're gonna fold this one up. So it's just kind of like this. Just to kind of give it some funness. Now I'm gonna take this piece and we're gonna attach it right here. So using our little measurement guide here, it's 2.5. So I need to cut down a little bit, just a little bit. And then how wide are these? Just about, not quite. It's about halfway between, so what is that? 2 and 1, 2, 3/8 maybe? So we're just gonna do it right about here. We can always cut the extra off once we get it on. Yep, if it's just a little bit overhang. So we're gonna go ahead and put that down like this, and then we're gonna cover it up. It's got that little bit of fun decorativeness here. So let's add that to our front of our little pocket. I love the fun Easter colors that have been using with all that. So this Hoppy Spring Easter paper, this is a paper pad of the month, is kind of a fun little play on with all the colors that we've had. So now here's where you could ink blend this a little bit if you wanted to. You know, you could make sure you trim it off if you need to. It's up to you how you want to do this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually glue this part down. You could use liquid adhesive if you want. You could also put a tie, some string in there, but I'm just going to leave it normal. We're going to glue that part down, and then I'm going to grab some foam tape. I don't see any pieces, so I'm just going to grab a piece like this, a piece of my bigger foam tape, and cut it down to about right there, and cut it in half. And we're going to attach this right in here. I mean, you could add more if you want and put it down. And that's just going to give it a little bit of lift, which gives it a little bit of dimension. And there's the beginning of our little tag here. Now, we need a little piece down here. And I'm just going to go ahead and use another piece. I'm going to get a different piece of paper than this one because obviously, you know, you could put this one right here. It's a perfect little, you know, you could put it here so that it's like he's peeking out. You know, I could cut it and peek it out. We could put it behind. You know, you could have this piece. You can also decorate the back side if you want. But I'm just going to grab another piece here. Let's see, I have another scratch piece here. Let's see what this piece looks like. Oh, this looks like it's the perfect piece. And we're going to be kind of cutting our bunnies off just a little bit. But let's get this glued down. What we're going to do is use some double-sided adhesive. Now with these tags here, these tags are a little, you could use foam tape if you wanted to. These tags here are a little bit skinnier. If you had wider tags, you could make a gift card holder. But this tag is quite thin, so we're going to use this for a little money gift. I'm sure if you had a flat piece of candy, you could probably stick a sucker in here. You could stick like a fruit roll up in here. And I'm gonna actually kind of butt it up right against the edge. So we use that washi tape to kind of just give it some stability. I'll trim off the extra here. And then kind of carefully get my fingers kind of put in there. I want to make sure that tape is really good. And then I just went and grabbed a couple of dollars out of my purse or just whatever bills I had and stick them in there to kind of just give it a little, because I forgot to put tape down here. Okay, so did that come off already? It did. Whew. We forgot. We got to put a little tape right there too, right? Or the money's going to fall out. I need a little tape right there. So this is where, like I said, you could put a piece of foam, some thin foam tape or some pieces of, put a little pieces of cardstock scraps and attach them to give it a little lift. So I just grab a couple of dollars and stick those in like this. And then you've got this fun little tag. Now you can keep decorating this. I'm going to grab a stamp set here. Let's see here. I've got this, the Hip Hip Hooray stamp set. And we're just going to have some little bit of fun on here. It's Get this opened up. And I'm just going to grab a ink or a block here, acrylic block here. We'll grab some ink. I'm going to use this Simon Hurley inks. I'm going to grab the Stupid Cupid, which isn't quite the right pink, but it's a nice, fun pink. Let's just test it here on a scratch piece. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and stamp a couple of, I mean, you could do multiple colored eggs. I'm going to just do some pink ones. There are 3 Easter eggs in this little set. I will link anything that's available for purchase in the description box below. Any of those links will be affiliate links, which just means if you place an order using one of those links, I get a small little commission off of that, which helps me bring you content like these videos. So we've got those. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab a sentiment from the same stamp set. I got the Happy Easter. Just going to kind of peek that. Do like the Stellar inks because they're nice and juicy. And I'm just going to stamp that down right over here. And I'm just going to let it sit for a second so that it sits in the ink. You could totally use a Misty for this. Look at that. How fun is that? And there you go. You could add some more decor. You could add some buttons. You could add, you know, some ribbon. I mean, I've got some yellow ribbon here. Actually, I've got some of this pink ribbon. This is left over from a freebie that was a couple back in February. Cut a piece of that ribbon off. Tie it through here. So you could totally, there's other colors, you know, in there. There was a blue, there was a green, so you could totally make them a little more masculine colors if you have a little boy that wants to have, likes blue, or if you have a little girl that likes green or purple or whatever. You could use any of the colors that you want. And there you go. You, like I said, you could decorate this up however you wanted, but there you go. You got a little bit of a gift card holder. So thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned for day 9 of the Spring Countdown Challenge, and I will see you then. Bye.